Good morning, traders, and this is your DAX day trade setup for today. So, confusion continues, and we had a pretty big sell-off on the US markets last night, basically straight after the Fed meeting and the Fed press conference. So, this area of consolidation, we did have this channel drawn in on the day, on the lower time frames, and you can see it's been adhered to, but I have this very, very strong suspicion that this chaos of the last couple of days, the last couple of weeks, is about to come to a head. Okay, so we do have a flat top triangle brewing, but this price action here is not conducive to a breakout to the upside. This is conducive to either trending sideways like this, okay, or alternatively just letting loose and dropping. Okay, so if we look at the 3 hour, you'll see big up, big down, big up, big down, big confusion. So we are forming lower highs, but we are not forming lower lows, we're forming higher lows. Okay, so that pretty much is a indication of a triangle. There it is there. So this move up, and we're just going sideways. I think the probability that's breaking up is getting less and less and less every bar. At the moment, I want to get onto the futures market quickly for the DAX. Unfortunately, my broker operates from 8 a.m. to when the US market closes. So the DAX futures at the moment is down 0.7% at 13,093. Okay, 13,093 is down here. So we're hovering around in this area here. And there is some support here. You can see there, all these tails here. There is some support down here. So not too surprising. But we do have gaps to the downside, a number of gaps to the downside. We've got one gap to the upside, a number of gaps to the downside. This to me is starting to look rather ominous. Okay, so let's just get down to the hour. So at the moment there's still no clarity on what direction it is. Look at the hour, this is pure chaos. What do I want in this? I don't want those lines. Okay, so this is pure chaos at the moment. Okay, I can take this trend line here and I can move it to there. And you can see that is the channel we're in at the moment. So that's what's happening right now. So I would expect any breakdown and a retest of this area we're in. So futures markets are already breaking down. So yeah, I think we should be targeting some of these tails down here. And if we can just find one that is fairly strong. There we go. Right, so you can see, look at all the touches on this level here. There's 4 there, 5, 6, 7. Bit of confusion on it, a little bit more confusion on it. There's more rejections off it, there's more rejections off it. So that's pretty much a breakout that I would assume is going to be tested. So 1300, so it's 13,010, so 1300 is definitely the next level we're going to be looking at. And that's what I'm assuming is going to happen today. Now, one of the big things is that the dollar is getting hurt at the moment. So the bears are trying to take control of the dollar right now, and that's just based on what happened last night. So that basically means strong euro. A strong euro is not good for the DAX, and so yeah, pretty simple actually. And we should expect some movements down. Obviously, we don't want to just jump in short. We want to wait for a move. We want to wait for a retest, and a retest. Doesn't matter where we are. If we don't necessarily have to get the gap closed, but there should be, you'll see there's a pretty aggressive rejection off this level here. See, they climbed up and then reject hard off it. So that there would be a decent area. Okay, so breakdown retest of 13158. It's short, stop pretty much above that swing high there, and you're looking as your first target as 13,010, and maybe just keep a trailing stop for 1300. You do have this gap here. It is closed on on the higher time frames, but on the lower time frames it's not really closed. Let's just get there. There it is there. So you can see there was my close, and my tail's come down. You can see there my tail's come down, but it's open. Okay, there's my gap there. Okay, so yeah, so first that's going to be one of the first targets in actual fact. So that's 13,100, and then you're looking at 1,300. So those are the two target areas to the downside. But just be wary, guys. This is sideways for all intents purposes. So it is messy. It is sideways. So rather assume that this is going to continue than try and predict it to fall until you see a confirmation this is the price action on offer. So if you can't trade this, or you don't want to trade it like me, then stay away from it. Okay, I would probably only look for a short scalp here if we do get some kind of a decent retest and start rolling. Often what happens with this kind of stuff is it'll drop and then just go sideways. Okay, so just be wary of that. It is messy, but it is looking rather ominous. But I'd need a little bit more price action on the higher time frames, and there's so much congestion here that it's not going to offer any clarity at the moment. Okay, so anyway guys, that's it for me today. Totally confused and willing to scalp, which is always scary. So I hope it helps, and we will catch up with you later. Cheers for now.